This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Ready to Fight, Forged Irish Stout and freebets.com. I can feel some sort of like nasty-ish comment pending already, judging by the look
No,
of
no,
it. Just
no.
a warning to my bosses, I'm going to try and crop him on a horizontal thing, but he's telling me he can't go horizontal, so
I'm in the car. I'm in the car. So
no, I'm just
impossible
grateful
right
for your time, Sam. I'm grateful for your time.
now. Okay. No horrible comments, Parsons. No horrible comments. No horrible comments today. But
We've been getting on well recently.
yeah, we have literally we have about 10 minutes.
That's fine. That's all we need. Let's go straight into it then. I know you're a man who's busy, got the kids, so let's talk about the big dog, the talk. There's two big fights on Twitter at the minute, but we'll go with the bigger one before we talk about the sort of underlying exciting one. But Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, what on earth is going on, Sam?
We're trying to make the fight. That's just the top and bottom of it. I believe we're going to make the fight. Regardless of anything, we're going to make the fight. It's the fight everybody wants. Jack wants it. Josh wants it. It's a massive fight, and that's what we want to do. That is what we want to do next. But there isn't. I'll be honest with you. There really isn't an update. I mean, I know this next 24 hours is quite important, but we should have something a bit more conclusive in the next 24 hours.
What is the crack then? Because obviously we're seeing so much talk on social media. The fans obviously want it.
Look,
I mean,
it's part. There's a lot. There's genuinely a lot. There's so much going on in the background, but all I can say is Team Catterall and apparently, well, I talked to Josh's lawyer, so Team Taylor, we want to do that fight next. We want to settle the score. It's a massive fight for Britain, and I do believe it will. People will come out to support the event.
well, I spoke to Frank Smith today. He told
Yeah,
me that it's that it has to make sense, right? And I think that's more on a broadcasting standpoint. Is that sort of
yeah,
what
that's fine.
you're hearing? And obviously,
Yeah,
look,
look. Listen. Frank's going to say that Frank's a numbers guy, but ultimately, I'm looking at the fights at the moment, especially in Britain, of
that's what I was gonna say, yeah.
what can be delivered, and there's no bigger fight than Taylor-Catterall too. There isn't. I mean, Eubank Ben, who knows if that's going to happen? So okay, that's a different conversation. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury will never box in this country ever again. Um, does Kell Brook take off his retirement slippers and come back and fight Eubank Jr. or Ben maybe? But who knows? But the fight that can be made now, there's no bigger fight, domestic fight than Taylor-Catterall too. That's a fact.
From a broadcasting standpoint, obviously with the sort of I suppose it doesn't really matter to the broadcaster where the fights are, right? Because obviously it's going on the platform. But you talk about, and there is a need of big fights in the UK. We've just seen two quite cool ones, like Matchroom have announced. But other than that, like we need these big UK headliners still. Well, fans do, and they
The big,
deserve.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Listen, anybody's lying if they say like, "Oh, don't want to go to Saudi Arabia." Of course, the Saudi Arabian thing is fantastic for boxers, right? Fantastic for boxers. But all of the fighters can't go there because if that happens, then what happens to your British boxing fans who like can't really afford to go out there? Do you understand what I mean? We still have to have some fights over here. Um, I would rather the fight happen in Saudi Arabia than the fight not happen at all. But it's a fight that I do think would belong in the UK. That's my opinion for this fight. But um, listen, look, it could happen anywhere. But regardless of the fact is, we're all trying to make the fight. We're all trying to make it happen. And I believe that is going to happen next because it's the right thing for Josh and it's the right thing for Jack. I don't care if people say I'm speaking on behalf of Josh. Josh knows he needs to fight Jack next, and Jack wants to fight Josh next to settle the score. But it's hard for me to come on here because when people are asking me for interviews, like yourself, and asking me for an update, it's you get a bit of an update, and then it kind of goes back 2 paces, then it can go forward 3 paces. It's kind of frustrating, but we're getting somewhere, Parsons. We're getting somewhere. And hopefully I will have something more concrete for you in the next 24 hours.
All right, we'll catch up again then. Just quickly, if the fight does happen, you think it lands in the UK or Saudi?
I don't know. I don't know. I would like what I just said. It's probably more of a fight because of the history of the fight to take place in the UK. But if Saudi come in and did the fight, then we've just got to be grateful the fight happens. Do you understand what I mean? So let's see, Parsons. Let's see. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating at this current moment, but we should have a better update, a better idea in the next 24 hours, my friend. And I will give you something more concrete.
Cameron Vuong, Jordan Flynn. Is this the
Yes.
biggest fight you've ever had made? Like signed and everything? It just seems to have like just been done in a
Is
matter
this
of
the
hours.
biggest fight
Well,
I've
the
ever done?
quickest. The quickest.
Oi, listen. I know you've grown your hair, but calm down.
Yeah, but
Seriously.
but like, well, why? It's obviously, well, I wouldn't say it's the biggest, would I?
Relax, calm down. I obviously misheard what you said, so relax. But seriously, calm down because that
Is
was
it the
aggressive. Like
quickest you've
that
had?
was
That was a big bite. That I need to calm down. Is this the
yes.
quickest you've had? Because it seemed like it was spoke on social media and then
No,
out.
listen. Sonny advises Jordan Flynn. It's obviously known I manage Cameron Vuong. Yeah, Sonny advises Jordan Flynn. I know he's with 258, but I know he's in the gym with Sonny, and Sonny is is his advisor as well. Yeah, nobody's bullshitting nobody. Do you understand what I mean? Like when Cameron called Jordan Flynn out, which I didn't realize he was going to do, but when you call somebody out and somebody accepts it, then you've got to step up to the plate. So, but it was a 10-second decision. Like I said, I rang Cameron, I rang Jamie Moore, says, "Do you want the fight?" And they were like, both of them, like, "Yeah, done." How many rounds? 10,
Rounds, right?
whatever they want. 10, 1, 3, 5. April next in April. Yeah, okay, done. I'll get it. I'll speak to Tom Dallas and we'll get it done. Over to Jordan Flynn. We've agreed our side. Job done. We agreed that we did that fight in a 10-second phone call and a 1 second 2 second Twitter exchange with Sonny.
How does that fight go?
Cameron wins the fight, but it's a great fight because the way when you ask me that question, some people will think Jordan Flynn will win. He's more experienced as a pro, like only a little bit more, but two undefeated fighters. Jordan was unlucky in his last fight against Kane Baker. He's had coming off 2 good fights against him, but it just this is what needs to happen. Do you understand what I mean? I think have I frozen
You have frozen. How can you tell?
because I can see I'm looking at myself and you're looking at me as well. So
Are you like this on your?
yeah, I'm like this. That's better. We're back.
I'm keeping that in. That was quite funny.
Yeah, it was quite funny. I saw it. I was like this for about 3 minutes. For about 3 minutes. No, going back to what I was saying though, but yeah, it's a great fight, and this is what needs to happen more of. Like Cameron has always insisted to me that he doesn't want to pad his record. He strives for greatness. He wants to be a superstar, and we believe he's going to be one. And by fighting 15 journeymen, it's just going to turn people, fans. You know how quickly fans they get on your back and they want you to fight proper fights and they want you to do. When it now happens in circumstances like this, you better back them, both guys. Like you better praise both guys because massive credit to Jordan Flynn, massive credit to Cameron Vuong. Easiest fight I've ever made in my life. Let's see if Jordan does agree to it, which I'm almost certain he will. And you're going to get a fantastic fight in April. But first things first, Cameron's got a fight against Ishmael Ellis. We're not overlooking him at all, but we know if Cameron comes through that unscathed, it looks like Jordan Flynn's next.
All right, Samuel, just rattle off a few quick ones in the world of boxing as a whole. Frank Smith and Frank Warren at dinner together. That's a mad old photo. We thought a year ago, if we suggested that, we probably would have laughed, but sort of shows that the good place that boxing is in. I spoke to Frank today. They're quite amicable about the relationship. When I caught up with Frank Warren last week, like he was all laughing and joking, like we're going to beat the shit out of Matchroom, but They seem to be relishing it all. We now have this 5v5 that we're awaiting an announcement on Joshua and Ngannou week. What are your thoughts on it all?
No, it's fantastic. It should have happened years ago, and it's taken. This is why I say Turkey Al Sheikh, massive credit to him because he's brought them together, and it's like he's playing his excellence. He's playing football manager, live football manager, and he's got both sides now working together. They're still going to be nibbling at each other because they're competitors. Do you understand what I mean? But now I saw Frank Smith the other day. He's sporting his new haircut. He looks like he was going to score my cooking out of 10, like Greg Wallace off MasterChef. Frank Smith, but no, it's fantastic. Frank Warren and Frank Smith coming together. Eddie, George Warren, apparently he's been very instrumental in bringing them together, also kind of being the sensible one. So massive credit to him. But no, it's great for boxing, Parsons. It's great for boxing, and I can't wait. I am definitely going to go to the 5v5. I'm definitely going to go to that because it's interesting. It doesn't matter like if you're going to see like a Hopi Price against Nathaniel Collins, I don't know, a Hamza Shiraz against a Felix Cash or an Ammo Williams or something like that. They're really cool fights. So yeah, I'd be definitely traveling, making my way to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to watch that. And definitely because all the egos on the line, because neither man's going to want to lose Frank already. Can you imagine the loser? Like, it's going to be a sore subject, isn't it?
Sam, how much longer have I got with you, mate?
You've got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes is all a man needs. I suppose.
I feel sorry for your bird if 3 minutes is all you can give, Parsons. But yeah,
Oh my God. Oh. How am I meant to respond? I might cut that out of the interview, to be fair.
you're definitely not.
Do you watch the interviews back when they go up?
Uh, Not like straight away when they come out, but like I'll watch the clips because I know you're gonna put something like that, what I've just said to you there, as a main clip.
No, I'm not.
Um,
Definitely not. It's also not me that does the clip. Shout out the boxing social section.
I
Right, let's
know, but
talk on a proper.
um, yeah, but to be fair though, that you did deserve it to be
I
fair.
did.
But
I did.
moving swiftly on, Peter Parsons. Yeah.
Guy
But
up.
no,
Oh, oh,
no, what you're going to say? Jai Opetaia moving out of the Fury camp. See, I've heard a few things about
I've
what's
heard
happened there.
things as well. What have you heard?
I've just heard that Tyson's. Listen, I'm a huge Jai Opetaia fan. He's probably my favorite active fighter at the moment. But I've heard that, listen, Tyson's a very big man. And Jai Opetaia is, what is he, 14 and a half stone? He's not a very big guy. If 23 stone Tyson Fury hits you on your lips at 14 stone, it's gonna hurt you, isn't it? Like, regardless. But I've heard different stories coming out there. But all I know is Tyson Fury is not adequate sparring for Marius Bradis.
No.
You don't have to be a fucking genius to work that out. Jai Opetaia needs adequate sparring for his own big world title fight. He's not there as a sparring partner just to help Tyson Fury. With respect to like the guys like Moses Atama, who's at the beginning of his career, people are always quick to, oh, he must have knocked him out or he must have knocked him out. No, Jai Opetaia has probably made a decision. Why am I sparring this big fucker to prepare myself for Marius Bradis? So he's made the correct decision.
Do you think in hindsight, I mean, we know it was part of the contract and everything, but only 5 rounds is a long trip from Australia to Riyadh and everything. Could
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
be
Who
the
knows? Who knows?
preparation?
Maybe Jai Opetaia's fight wasn't definite for when he was going to go over and help Tyson Fury. So, but I think people read too much into stuff. Let's just like not see the bad in a situation. Let's just think that he needs to prepare for his own fight. He's a world champion in his own right. He's the best number one cruiserweight in the world. So, no, I'll look forward to watching that. Huge Jai Opetaia fan.
Just lastly, the big two heavyweight fights that we're looking forward to: Joshua and Ngannou, and Fury versus Usyk. How do you see them going? And do you think 2024 maybe towards the back end if it all moves correctly. Although we know that Turkialo Sheikh said even if they lose, he wants to make the fight. Could this be the year that we say this every year?
Yeah, I do. Whether it's the end of this year or very early part of next year, yes, I do. Because if you see what Turkialo Sheikh is doing at the moment, he's not messing around. So I 100% believe we're finally going to get that fight. And going to your question, because we've got about a minute left, Tyson Fury wins the fight and Joshua wins by knockout inside 7.
All right, Sam. Well, that's all I have for you, mate. So I'm going to let you go and do your thing. Thank you for speaking to us this evening at Boxing Social. Can you see that on your screen? Has that come up as well? The little bubbles with the thumbs up?
Yeah, I saw the little bubble thumb come on. I love doing it. That's why I do it. I do it on purpose because I saw it the other
Did we
day
get
when it
another
popped up when
bubble
I was on
thumb?
Facebook. No, we didn't get a bubble thumb from you. It doesn't recognise
No.
your
All
thumb.
right. Do you want? Okay. Do you want to do it again? I just want to see if it
Oh no,
works.
it doesn't. It didn't work. It didn't work this time.
All right, Sam.
Parsons,
Have a good one, Shan.
take care, Peter Parsons. Have a good day, my friend. I'll speak to you soon.
Ash.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.